my name is Hyemi, and today we'll be going over the Wilox second grade worksheet lesson number 8. So here we have a tally table, and how you count tallies are very simple. So it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you cross, and that will equal 5. So here you just count by the lines, and they ask, how many more children like soccer than baseball? So here they're saying that there's more children that like soccer than baseball, right? And so if we compare these two, right, we see that soccer has 4. Soccer has 4, and then baseball has 1. So you just minus, right, to see how many more they have, and that will equal to 3. Or like question number 2, how many children in all like football or basketball? So that's how many children like football or basketball. So we have to add up these numbers to find out the possibility. So football we have 3 kids, and then in basketball we have 4 kids. And so 3 plus 4, which we know it is 7, right? So this is very simple. And then we move on to bar graphs, which is again very simple because you just count how many boxes each person has, and that will count as 1, right? Depending on how you see this. So here we have how many hours they played piano each week, and we have all different names right here, right? And then we have the number of hours right here. Okay, so it asks, how many hours of piano does Jay play each week? So we're looking at Jay. So let's look at Jay right here. And they're asking how many hours of piano does he play. So we're going to follow up to where the orange boxes end, right? And then if we look down, we find a number. This is a very easy way to identify what your subject has in a bar graph like this. Okay, or either you can count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, you reach up to the answer of 5, so the answer will be 5. Number 2, which 2 children play piano for the same number of hours? And so this is very simple to identify because we just look for which 2 people have the same amount. So they'll have the same amount of orange boxes, right? And if we look here, it seems like Jay and, who is this, Leah, have the same amount of numbers. Jay and Leah. Number 3, who plays piano for the most hours? Again, this is very easy, and the larger they go from here means that they practice more hours, right? So if we look at the scale over here, we can see that Andy played the most because he has the most orange boxes that go up to 10. So it'll be Andy. What is the greatest number of hours spent playing? And then here, since Andy plays the longest, we look at here, you can either count or you can just identify right here. It drops down to 10, right? So he spends 10 hours. What is the least number of hours spent playing piano? Okay, now we look for the least amount of orange boxes, and that appears to be June with only 2. So it will be 2 hours. Here's just another bar graph, right? It's just number of books reached or read each week, and we have Jay, Amy, Leah, June, Andy. Number 1, how many books does Amy read each week? So here again, you can either go here and then go sideways to find out how many books she reads, or you can just count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? I said either one works, right? So she reads 8 books, right? Very simple. And then we have, how many more books does Jay read than Andy? So in this case, they want us to subtract the numbers to find out how many more books, okay? Whenever they use the word more. So Jay read than Andy. So we have Jay right here, right? He has 5 books. He read 5 books. And the Andy read 2 books. So we'll do 5 minus 2, which will equal to, everybody knows, 3. So he reads 3 more books. Okay, this is very simple, right? And so lastly, we are going to move on to word problems, right? So let's try number 1. Abigail reads 4 books on Monday. Then she read, how many more? 13 more on Tuesday. And so then just they ask, how many did she read in all? When they use in all, that means they want us to add up everything and then get the sum, right? So she reads 4 books on Monday, and then she reads 13 more on Tuesday, right? So that means she reads 13 more, right? You're just adding. They want us to know how many she read in total, which will be 13 plus 4, which will equal to, bring the 1 down, it will be 17, right? So it will be 17 books in total, right? And then we can try out number 3. Let's get our highlighter. Ben reads 6 books over the summer. That's Ben. And then Mary reads 13. How many more books did Mary read than Ben? Okay, how many more books did Mary read than Ben? This symbolizes that they want us to subtract the 2 numbers to find out how many more, okay? So using this, we are going to use subtraction. It says, you can tell that Mary has more than Ben, right? So Mary, 13 books minus the 6 books. 13 minus 6, you can minus 6 like this, right? Borrow, it will be 0, and this will be 13, and then 13 minus 6 would equal to 7, right? So then, she has 7 more books than Ben.